What's up, everyone? I'm Stacy, and I grew up in New Jersey with my mom and older sister. Make sure you like and subscribe. My sister Kelly and I had the tightest bond. Even though Kelly's 10 years older than me, we get along really well and do everything together. We cook, watch TV shows, kick around the ball in the garden, everything. Hey sis, where are you? In a minute, I'll be right out. That was Kelly. We told each other everything. When Kelly had her first kiss, I was the first one she told. We were inseparable. I loved my mom so much too, but, well, she was kinda strange. She acted really childish all the time. She only wore Barbie clothes, and she always had her hair in pigtails and talked in a baby voice. Whenever people saw my mom and sister together in public, they always thought they were sisters instead of mom and daughter. Or even worse, they thought Kelly was the mom. Kelly said, "Hey, listen, the reason why my mom acted this way was because right after you were born, our mom went to this rodeo show. As the riders struggled to hold on to the buckling horse, one of the horse's shoes came loose and came flying towards my mom. It hit her right in the head and she blacked out. One of the riders screamed, 'John, you really did it now. We're gonna get sued for this.' When she came to, she started acting like a 5-year-old and was never the same." It's not like my mom can't look after herself, but she isn't exactly the most socially apt person. Take this time, for example. When I was 14, Kelly took us to the carnival. When we arrived, we went to get some food straight away. Everything looked so delicious. Mom wanted a bit of everything. "I want cotton candy." "No, Mom, you'll upset your stomach." "Cotton candy." "Mom, you can't have it." Mom stomped her feet like a child, then fell to the ground. Everyone around us was staring at her like she was an alien. Someone in the crowd yelled, "Hey, get her out of here. She needs to be in a crazy house." Kelly and I were so embarrassed. We dragged Mom away, and as we left, I noticed this one kid who was really staring at us. But I was too overwhelmed to pay him any mind. We ended up leaving the carnival right away, and I didn't even get to go to any of the rides. When we arrived home, Kelly pulled me aside and said, "Hey, from now on, we will be keeping Mom at home. No one can know about Mom, okay? That means no sleepovers or playdates at our house." I nodded. I wasn't sure why Kelly so desperately wanted to keep Mom a secret, but I trusted my sister, so I agreed. The next day was the first day of school. And when the teacher came in, she said we had a new kid in our class. A really cute boy walked in, and a part of me felt like I knew him. Where do I know him from? Then it hit me like a brick to the skull. The carnival! He was the boy who had witnessed my mom's tantrum. Oh no! Kelly said no one could know about Mom, but this boy could leak the secret to everyone. "Hi, I'm Mike." When Mike sat down, he made eye contact with me and his eyes widened. Oh no, he recognized me too. It was all over. When the lunch bell rang, I knew I had to come up with a plan. I bolted to the cafeteria and searched desperately for Mike. Soon, I spotted him sitting at the table on his own. I rushed over and sat next to him. "Hi, Mike. I'm Stacy." "Oh, hi, Stacy." "Listen, what you saw at the carnival, it's nothing to worry about. Just, I would really appreciate it if you could keep what you saw private." "Oh, of course. Well, I will on one condition." I was so shocked. A condition? "Yeah, you have to be my friend." I laughed. "Oh, that's nothing. Of course we can be friends." We shook hands and spent the rest of lunch together, and I discovered Mike was actually a really sweet and funny guy. Whenever he looked at me or touched me, I would feel butterflies rise up in my stomach. What was this feeling? At home, I told Kelly about Mike and how I had solved the problem. "Don't worry, he promised not to tell anyone about Mom." "Stacy, that's great, but you can't be friends with Mike. You shouldn't speak to him. What if you have a fight and he uses this as blackmail? You just have to ignore him and hope he gets the message." I was sad because I was really looking forward to see Mike again, but I decided to trust my sister again and do as she said. The next day in history class, I sat at the back of the classroom. Mike walked in, spotted me, and sat down beside me. "Hey, Stacy." I said nothing. Mike looked super confused. Stacy? Hello?" I turned around facing the left wall. "Stacy, why are you ignoring me? Did I do something wrong?" I felt so terrible. This was wrong. but I had to listen to my sister.
Stace, oh my god, look at Miss Turner.
Curiosity got the better of me, and I watched as Miss Turner walked in with her hair all in a mess.
It looks like a bird decided to make a nest on her head.
I giggled. Stop it!
Seriously, what did she use to brush her hair? A pitchfork?
I laughed louder now. Miss Turner shrieked at me to quiet down, and I did. But then I turned to Mike. Sorry for ignoring you. I was thinking about something.
That's fine. We still friends?
I nodded. Yeah. Okay, I know what you're thinking. What about what Kelly said? But I really liked Mike, and besides, what harm could he do? As it turned out, it seemed he could do a lot of harm. That weekend, I asked Mike to come to my house for a study session. Really, I was just using studying as an excuse to hang out with him outside of school. When he arrived, I got him to climb in through my window. He was sort of confused, but when I told him about my sister, he agreed it was probably better to keep this all a secret. In my room, we got our history homework out and started working on the questions. All right, first question. Why did Germany invade Poland?
You're so beautiful.
I nearly choked on my own saliva. What?
You're beautiful, Stacy. I'm sorry, I don't want to make things weird. I just had to say it.
I looked at Mike lying there with his cute little curls of hair, and I don't know what came over me. But what I did next shocked Mike to his core. I leaned over and kissed him. Then the worst possible thing happened. Someone knocked on my door. Stacy, I'm coming in. No! I rushed over and shut the door. That was close. Stacy, is something wrong? No, what's going on? I'm doing a TikTok dance. Huh? Just don't come in, okay? Okay. Kelly left and we breathed a sigh of relief.
TikTok dance?
Shut up. But then I turned and found a face looking in through my window. Kelly! She looked furious. She climbed into my room and shouted, "What is this boy doing here?" Mike, you should leave. Mike nodded and ran out of there. When he was gone, I turned to Kelly, but she was already on me. Stacy, you can't be bringing anyone here, understand? Mom has to be kept a secret. But why? I don't care if people tease us about it. I love Mom. I know, but you just have to trust me on this. We have to keep things secret. You can't see Mike anymore. No, Kelly, you can't. That's enough. I bit my lip. Kelly had never shouted at me before. Kelly ran her hand through her hair. Look, I have to go to work. I have a shift at the diner. I'll see you later. Kelly left and I sat down and cried on my own. That night, Kelly had a late shift, so I tucked Mom into bed. Are you okay, Stacy? Yeah, Mom, it's just... Oh, don't worry. You're going to sleep now. I kissed Mom on the forehead and went to leave, but my foot tripped on something and I slammed onto the floor. I rubbed my knee painfully. I looked to see what I had fallen on and noticed a box under the bed. Curious, I opened it up. What I found sent my whole world spinning. It was a box full of dozens of newspaper articles and reports about my mom, and it revealed that she was actually a patient at a mental hospital. Well, an ex-patient. She had escaped and ran away many years ago. There was a police report included that demanded for her to return. I struggled to process all of this. It felt like someone had opened up my brain and poured some sugar on it. Nothing made sense. What was even stranger was that they had listed my mom's date of birth as too early. According to this file, my mom was only 10 years older than me. That wasn't possible. How could she have given birth to me at 10 years of age? And what was even stranger was that her birthday was at the exact same date as Kelly. What did this all mean? I heard Kelly's car pulling in, so I hurriedly packed everything and sprinted into my room, diving into my bed before Kelly was even at the doorstep. I would confront Kelly about this tomorrow. The next morning at breakfast, we were sitting at the dinner table. Listen, Kelly. No, Stacy, it's all right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled at you. That's okay. Kelly, I want syrup. What's the magic word? Please. Here. Stacy, I'm sorry about what I said. I've thought about it and you can see Mike. If he promises not to tell anyone and you trust him, then I trust him. I screamed with joy and launched myself at Kelly, hugging her tight. Thank you! Yay! We laughed at Mom, and afterwards I texted Mike and asked him to come to dinner that night. Roughly 10 hours later, Mike knocked at the door and I let him in. Kelly made casserole and the first half of the dinner went really well. But then the second half came and, well, let's just say things weren't exactly smooth running. The whole time I was thinking about the secret box I had found. I was dying to ask Kelly about it. Eventually, I couldn't hold it in any longer. Kelly, I found the secret box that said Mom was a mental patient and escaped. Kelly froze. Mike dropped his glass, which shattered on the ground. Mom looked a little confused but continued to play with her Barbie dolls. Stacy, not now. Kelly was eyeing Mike, but I didn't care. No, if Mike's gonna be my boyfriend, he deserves to know too. Mike nodded.
It's okay. I won't tell.
Fine. You asked for the truth? Here it is. Mom was a mental patient, but I broke her out of the mental hospital and have kept her in hiding ever since. You broke Mom out? Listen, Stacy, what I'm gonna say next will shock you, so just brace yourself. I nodded nervously. Mom isn't your mom. She's our sister. What? You don't remember this because you were too young, but a very long time ago, our real mom passed away. I saw this as the perfect opportunity to break Lily out of the mental hospital. She could take on the alias as our mother. So, our real mom is dead? Yes, I'm so sorry, Stacy. I know this is a lot to take in. So, that's why the file said Lily has the same birthday as you? Kelly nodded. We're twins, Stacy. There's a reason why we look so similar. It all made sense now. The mental hospital reports, the secrecy, Mom's childish behavior, it all made sense. But it didn't mean it was easy to process. In the end, we all hugged and agreed it was best to keep our sister Lily's past a secret. Mike promised he wouldn't tell a soul. The next day at school, I was walking down the hallway, but people started pointing and laughing at me. Curious, I asked my friend what had happened, and she showed me a post online from some anonymous account. I opened it up and felt my blood run cold. It was a post revealing everything about Lily, her past in the mental hospital, the missing report, everything. Who could have done this? Then I realized only one person knew about this outside of our family, Mike. As if I had called upon the devil, I heard Mike's voice behind me.
Stacy, did you see what happened online? Who posted that?
Seriously? You're gonna play dumb with me? Mike stopped.
What?
You're the only one who knows, Mike. How could you have done this?
Wait, Stace, I didn't post this. You have to believe me.
I'm not an idiot, Mike. We're over. I turned my back on him and stormed off. Suddenly, my phone rang. It was Kelly. Come home, now. I rushed home as fast as I could, but when I arrived, there were 3 police cars outside our house and a bunch of reporters. I pushed and shoved my way through the crowd, finally emerging on 2 police officers escorting Mom away. Kelly was walking beside them, begging them to let her stay. Lily! Kelly! Hello, darling. I grabbed hold of Lily and held her tight. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I shouldn't have let Mike in on our secret. Lily patted my head. It wasn't Mike. What? Kelly looked confused too. Lily, what did you do? Lily smiled apologetically. Kelly, you work too hard. You look after me, and I know it's difficult. So I was the one who posted it online. It's time to go back and get some help at the mental hospital. What? Don't worry about me. You two live your life. You're the best sisters ever. Besides, the mental hospital has free ice cream. But Lily... Lily walked to Kelly and put her hand on her shoulder. It's okay. This is the right thing to do. Kelly wiped away her tears and nodded. We all hugged, then the police took Lily away. As we stood there side by side, I knew things were going to be difficult. But Lily was right. It was the right thing to do.